Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we have finance bill in this country, which has brought a lot of problem. And if you look at it very careful, it is a kind of a document that seems not to have been originated from here in this country at the Treasury. It seems to be a document that originated elsewhere. Some people just sat in the Treasury office and prepared this document, but not Kenyan people. Because if you look at the entire document, it does not represent our aspiration. It does not represent Kenyan people in any way. With that, the protest has been here in this country. It is all about Ruto must go, because when they said reject finance bill, he did not listen. He forced it on Kenyan people's throat by intimidating some members of parliament, coercing some, and of course, the bill was passed. We know at what level the bill was later returned back to the parliament. He did not sign. So with all that, the protest has been here in this country. We are no longer talking about Ruto must. We are no longer talking about reject finance bill. It is all about Ruto must go. How about Mafika? So with all this, Kenyans living and working in US took it to the street to protest, and this time round, they went straight to the IMF office in World Bank at Washington, D.C. Their message is very clear. They are telling IMF and World Bank, please stop exploitation of Kenya and our people. You are giving money to these individuals, but after you've given the money to them, you don't do a follow-up on how they have used the money. But keep that on aside. You know, the policies you set aside for you to give this money to these individuals in form of loan, they are one of the dangerous, the worst ever. And that's why the protest was at IMF headquarters in Washington, D.C. Listen to this.
Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Wakenya hoye. Wakenya hoye.
We're here today to pass a very important message to the IMF that we are tired of your exploitation, we are tired of your manipulation, and that you should leave Kenya now. For many years we have asked the IMF to stop loaning Kenya money because...
Now, as we continue with the panel discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, the truth is that for you to get funded by IMF and World Bank, you have to prove that indeed you are capable of paying the debt. And how do you prove that? You prove by, indicating areas where you are going to collect this money, so that you will be in a position to repay this debt. Of course, the country or a government has not its own money apart from collecting through taxes. So you show IMF and World Bank, we are going to tax this, we will put tax here, we are going to put tax here, and this is the amount we are going to tax, and this is how we are going to collect the money, And that's how we are going to repay this debt. Once they are satisfied with that, they go ahead and give you the debt, the loan. And they will come on ground, because now you seek money from them, to also advise you that touch here, put tax here, put it here. Then in this way, according to the population, purchase power, you know how they'll get it. So with all this, what Kenyans believe is that William Ruto is being advised when it comes to finances by World Bank and IMF, such that William Ruto listened more to IMF and World Bank than he listened to the taxpayer, who is also the electorate in this country. Yani anasikiza wale sana kuliko mlipa ushuru ambaye pia ni mpiga kura na mwenyeji wa nchi. That's where now we draw the line. The expected one is that you must listen to the people who are going to make their vote, but above all, they are taxpayers. He did the opposite. And this is what is angering Kenyans. Because this man listened more to IMF than he listened to the people, Kenyans are now deciding that we are going to go to IMF and World Bank and protest there, to let them know that we are aware they are the ones that are giving this wrong advice to the Kenyan government. You know, before in this country, I am told that health care was free. Once you get sick, you walk into the hospital, you get treated, and you go back home. That is where we were. Hakukuwa lazima kuwa na pesa kiwango gani ndio utibiwe. But because of this issue of loaning, these are some of the individuals who came in and advised the government that place some fee on medical health care, so that when people come for treatment, you collect some money, and in this way it can help you to get revenue and then pay some debt, so that we can now see that you are in a position to pay the debt and we can lend you the loan. Ndio wakaanza mambo ya registration fees, ndio uone daktari. Wakaendelea kukuja mambo ya kulipa madawa, wakasonga, na sasa saa hizi medical care is one of the most expensive in this country, that the poor cannot afford. That for you to afford medical health care, you have to go and sell your chicken, you have to go and sell your cow to treat your sick beloved one in hospital. As you're speaking, education should be free. But why are they subsidizing rather than making it free? That a half burden to the parent, another half to the government. Why not fully free? Because you have to please IMF and World Bank. Weka kiwango hii, wazazi walipe kiwango hii, na hiyo nyingine yongeweka hapo, ikuwe ni ushuru, ikuwe ni pesa una collect ya kulipa madeni. No wonder they are going to an extent of advising this administration to put some fees on a registration of identity card, such that for any youth who want to register for the ID, you must have 1,000 Kenyan shillings. Hii ni mpango ya IMF ilikuwa ina advise ya watu. Then if you lost your ID, you need 2,000 Kenyan shillings. This is dangerous advice from IMF, that hiyo ndio njia ya kukusanya ushuru. With all this, Ruto has come out with one of the worst finance bill, a finance bill that does not care for the poor people. A finance bill that is killing business. It is dangerous for business to thrive. Saying that investors are walking out of this country. Even local investors are not willing to put their shilling here in this economy. Therefore, more people losing business and other people losing jobs. Job opportunities are going. So tumebaki wapi? Kwa shida tupu. Tumebaki kwa shida tupu. And with all this, Kenyans are now resorting to now facing IMF and telling them the truth. Let them know that people are not happy. Let them know that people are aware they are the ones misadvising this government, so that they can stop poking nose on our finance bill and other things. So that is why Kenyans went to IMF headquarters in Washington, D.C. to protest and deliver the message. Very clear. Stop misadvising a government that Ruto should not just depend on IMF as the only way to survive. Let him reduce even his projects. Khalwala advised him very well that if you want to achieve this project in 1 year time, why can't you reduce on taxes and do the same project in 3 years time? You will still have delivered the same project. A delay does not mean that you have withdrawn. So if they are planning for any project or development or whatever program, let them give enough time, but not rush to overtax people. Then you end up causing injury to business. They have gone deeper into our pockets. So this protest is not going to end anytime soon. It is just increasing. It is all over. And this time around, Kenya is sending a strong message to the world. And the other countries are watching very careful. Soon they will be joining this. So Gen Z have done a great job. And now everyone is coming on board. They are pushing for this. It is all about Ruto must go, reject finance bill, reject this administration. So, ni mtu amekuwa rejected all over. You know, the spirit of rejection. Ile damu ya kukataliwa tu ndio saizi inafuata mheshimiwa William Samoei. And that's where we are. I don't know your views, but let us put in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.